Hello everybody. In the last lesson, we worked on creating our introduction page. Let's summarize our page, what we have here. So it's a simple HTML document. First, we need to declare that our doc type is HTML. Means we are using HTML5 to create our web page. So second line HTML. So we are going to write all the codes between HTML and then opening HTML and closing HTML. In the HTML we have head and body. We said that when we are done with our head, our body starts. In our head we put our title, the content of the title, whatever we see on the title bar. And then in the body section we have heading 1 and paragraph. When we do this, we can right click and show preview, and then we are going to see that we have our title chocolate now, and then this is on title bar, heading 1 journey of chocolate, paragraph everyone from 7 to 70 loves chocolate. This is what we did today. We are going to learn how to add other headings and then how to make a list. Okay, so if we start with heading, when we start a new section in our narrative, we use heading. So headings changes from heading 1 to heading 2, heading 3, heading 4 and heading 5, and then lastly heading 6. Heading 6, yes. So we are not going to use these ones in our code. Let's make them comments. So how can we make comments? So we are going to use this codes in HTML to make comments. Comments are not going to have any effect on the view of the web page. Just it's going to give a hint to the other coders and then maybe yourself. Okay, so then journey of chocolate. Let's make this one heading 1. Even let's add another heading. Journey of chocolate. Let's have 3 separate parts. For example, let's have an introduction. So since we are talking about introduction under the journey of chocolate, let's make introduction heading 2. Introduction. So, and then under the introduction, let's talk about chocolate sum everyone from 7 to 70 loves chocolate. So then let's add another heading 2. They are at the same level. Okay, so let's close. Sorry. It's already there. So heading 2. Let's talk about the journey of the cocoa seeds. So we can use other headings, but we need to make it logical. So they are going to be in the same level. Heading 1 is going to be the biggest in size. Heading 6 is going to be the smallest in size, but so we shouldn't start with heading 3 or heading 4 or heading 5 to give smaller size. We should start with, if you are going to use headings, let's start with heading 1, then let's continue to heading 2, if necessary heading 3, and so on. and then we can change the size of the heading using CSS. Later on we will learn about it. The journey, when we look at the journey, so uh, this is going to be the final website we are going to have. Okay, it's a list and the journey of the cocoa seeds. There are 11 items there. Before we start, what kind of list is this? Is in HTML we have two types of lists. Again, it can be ordered list and unordered list. Less unordered list. Sorry, unordered list. So ordered list, there is an order. By default, this list goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But another list, there are some bullet points. So it's going to be like a dot in front of the list item. So it's going to be something like this. Sorry. It's going to be just a dot. Okay. So since rather than that, I have to use asterisk for now. Anyway, so they are going to be at the same level of importance, or the order is not very important. Okay, so if we look at our web page and then these ones, we can understand that these are all items in an ordered list. Okay, so for ordered list, let's write under the journey. Okay, so we are going to write, it's going to be an ordered list. That's why we are going to use OL, stands for ordered list. And then when we are done, we need to close it. Okay, under ordered list, we are going to put our list items. Okay, list items. Since we are going to have how many 11 list items, let's copy and then paste 11 times 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I think it's going to be fine. So, and then list items we are going to put one by one, such as we are going to put harvest, fermentation. Let's copy it and then paste it in our list. Okay, so let me just paste here, Control V. We are going to put the items harvest as the first item, fermentation, drying, roasting, grinding, alkalization, okay, so pressing, making powder, mixing, thinning out, and conching. Okay, so and then I'm going to erase the empty parts. Okay, so let's summarize again. When we start an ordered list, we are going to start with OL, and when we are done, we are going to close it. Okay, and then when we start with a list item, when we are done it, we are going to close it, and then this is going to be like this. If you want to change this one ordered list to unordered list, we are going to change OL with UL. It's going to be something like this. Okay, so I'm going to erase all the things except the code. Okay, so before I save it, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you something in Visual Studio Code. If you right click and then format document, so it's going to format nicely so that the other coders can read your code easily. Also, when you see the code again, you can read it easily as well. In the future, we are going to discuss about this parent child or children relationship later on. We are going to discuss, but now the code looks very nice. Okay, so now let's see how it's going to work. Just we need to save it. We can use Control S as well. Okay, so let's start from here and then again show preview. Okay, so again we have our heading 1, heading 2 introduction, heading 2 again the journey, and then we are going to see a list. What kind of list is this? This is an unordered list. So since there is an order and then we need to do everything one by one, first harvest, second fermentation, third drying, let's use order list. It's going to be better, and then you can see since we used order list, we need to close with the same tag. Okay, let's save it. Control S. I saved it, and then when I refresh, okay, so this is going to be the website for now. Today we learned about heading, different levels of heading, from heading 1 to heading 6. We said that heading 1 is bigger than heading 2, and then so on. Heading 2 is bigger than heading 3, and it goes on like this. And then we need to start our headings if we are going to use them with heading 1 rather than starting with some random heading number. Secondly, we learned about ordered list and unordered list. Ordered list in general it goes on like 1, 2, 3, 4 by default, but with CSS we can change it. We can make it ABC, or we can use Roman numerals and so on. But for now it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Since the order is very important, we prefer using ordered list. If you want to use unordered list, we can use the UL code. So it's going to be an unordered list. I hope you enjoyed my video. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day. Have a nice evening.